Hey everybody, it's ElecTrish. Welcome to Cosplay My Way. This is going to be a long overdue show that I put together to give you guys an inside look into the everyday life of a cosplayer, such as myself. Now, this is going to show you how I do things as a cosplayer in my own way. You don't have to follow the way that I do them, but this is just a little bit of a look into the way that I prefer to do my cosplays. So today I'm going to be talking about my newest cosplay, which is the comic book version of Mystique. Mystique is a badass character. I've always loved this character. She's one of the most unique mutants in the X-Men universe, in my opinion. So I decided that I was going to be doing the comic book version because I had never done this version before. Prior to this, I have also done the movie version of Mystique. So that was my first Mystique version that I portrayed. From the films, which is played by the beautiful Rebecca Romijn, and in the movie, she's this sinister, sleek, sexy, wonderful Mystique that I decided was going to be a really great cosplay to go for. So with my cosplay, I had gotten the blue bodysuit with the scales. I painted the scales with some three-dimensional paint to make them look more 3D, and they actually feel like scales when the paint dries, which is really cool. And I used yellow contacts, of course, and then the blue face paint. So that version of Mystique from the movies is definitely an iconic version that we all know. But I decided, as I do most times, that I wanted to do the comic book version. The comic book version of Mystique, we've seen different variations where she has shorter hair sometimes it's longer, and sometimes her skull belt is silver, sometimes it's white. I decided to go with the bronze belt look, as you can see on my cosplay here. So for the cosplay, I found the skulls, I painted them gold, I found the white dress, and then I had a blue bodysuit underneath it. So that makes it a lot easier when you don't have to paint your entire body blue. So I already had the blue paint from the previous Mystique cosplay that I already had. So I decided this one would be not too hard to make as well. Now, I have also done different mutant cosplays in the past. So I've done different mutants, the first one being Jean Grey, also known as the Phoenix. This is my favorite mutant character, probably one of my favorite characters in general from comics of all time. She is such a strong character from the X-Men comics, and that was the first one that I ever decided to do. And over the years, I've done different variations of her character as well. And I've also done X-23, which is the daughter of Wolverine, who has the adamantium claws. She's also a badass. She's really tough. And I put together things that I had in my closet to create this cosplay because I already had the claws that I had purchased. They're 3D printed, and they were just kind of sitting on my shelf collecting dust along with all my other comics. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go through my closet, put some things together, throw some blood on myself, and, create this cosplay and take some cool photos. So that is what I did. I have also cosplayed as Domino. Domino is a mutant from the X-Force comics, and she's also a badass. She is a really tough chick character as well. She has incredible mutant powers, just like all the others. And I decided I wanted to portray her as well because I already had the bodysuit. I used it for Black Widow. I used it for Catwoman. I decided to put it together for that cosplay as well. So today I'm going to be showing you a little bit more information about Mystique. Mystique is one of my favorite mutant characters. I think her powers are amazing because she can literally shapeshift into any character. But I'm going to give you a little bit more information into her character from the comic books. Mystique is over 100 years old, and she has got quite the family line. One of Mystique's many lovers, who's Sabretooth, he has biological ties to Wolverine. She and he had a son named Graydon Creed, who we have seen in the 90s cartoon, who is an anti-mutant campaigner, causing destruction for all of the mutants as he hates them. Another one of Mystique's lovers is Azazel, and she and Azazel gave birth to Nightcrawler, who we know from the X-Men. But she actually ended up abandoning him when he was an infant. Unlike Graydon, Nightcrawler definitely has the mutant abilities. We can see the resemblance with Mystique's blue skin and Azazel's pointy tail. Another relationship Mystique has is with Destiny. She's a precognitive mutant and she can predict future events. Mystique also ends up becoming the adoptive mother of Rogue. She finds Rogue when she had run away from her home in Mississippi, living alone in a wooded area with a shotgun, and she trusted nobody. Destiny foresees that Rogue will be important to them, and Mystique seeks her out, gains her trust, and definitely takes her in. She and Destiny raise her, and Mystique grows to be very protective of her. So there you have it, a little bit more history into Mystique's character. So stay tuned, because up next, I'm going to show you my transformation into the comic book version of Mystique. First and foremost, you always want to hydrate before you put makeup on. So I'm going in with a hydrating eye cream by Bobbi Brown under the eye area. Then I follow it up with the hydrating face cream all over my face. Then I'm going to go in with the Porefessional to hide my pores. And then it's time for the blue. This is Paradise Paint by Maron in Lagoon Blue. I dip my brush in, and here we go. So first, I'm going to put the first layer of the blue all over my eye area, my face, and my neckline. As you can see, I'm still wearing the blue bodysuit. That's the base suit, because I'm going to match the face paint to the bodysuit. So this is just the first layer of the blue. I'm going to go in with a few layers before I get it to a point where I'm going to move on to other details of the makeup. But you want to make sure that your hairline, your ears, your neckline, as much as you can cover with the blue is done before you move on to doing more. So first you're going to look like, you know, Veruca Salt in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. But as you go, you're going to get darker and it's going to make more sense. Okay, so now I'm going to define my brows using an eyeliner and a thin brush. As you can see, my natural brows are red because I am a redhead. Mystique is as well, but her hair is a different shade, and she actually has some black eyebrows. So I'm going in with the black, and then I'm going to go in with the same black and go into my eyeshadow. So I'm going to go over the eye area on the top, create most of the shape on the lid, and then go underneath into my lash line. So now I'm going to go on top with some blue, just to add more definition, give it a little bit more definition on the top of the lid. Another blue on the bottom for my eyeliner. Just going in, adding some, taking some away. And then I'm going to go in with a black eyeshadow into the crease on the top of the lid, adding more definition to the corners of my eyes. And just going in, creating more of a shape for my eye area, and then underneath my lash line. So now I'm going to go in and contour my cheeks with the dark eyeshadow. As you can see, I was a little bit heavy on the cheeks there, so I'm going to go back in with another brush, blend it out, and then I'm going to go in and clean it up with the blue. And as I'm cleaning this up, I notice I need to patch up some other areas underneath the eyes, on the ears, and then in my hairline. So there I'm going in with a little bit more blue to clean everything up. And if you have any fallout from the eyeshadow, you can go in with the blue and clean that up as well. Okay, now I'm going in with a liquid eyeliner. This is Kat Von D's ink liner in Trooper. Adding definition to my lash line on the top and bottom, giving myself a little bit of a wing, just adding more definition to the corner of my eyes. Then I'm going to clean up the bottom area for the fallout. And now I'm going to go in with some mascara and define my lash line on the top and bottom lashes. You don't want to have too much white between the blue and the black in your eye area, so I'm just going in with a couple layers of mascara. Now I'm going to just clean up my face a little bit in some areas for fallout with more of the blue, going around the eye area so that you don't see any white spaces between the blue and the black like I said before, and going back over to smooth it all out. Now I'm going in with a red lipstick. This is a matte lipstick. And I'm just making sure that I cover the lip area on the top and the bottom in the shape that I like. And then after this, I'm gonna go in with a smaller brush to add some more blue around the lip line area, just so that you don't see any white around my lips as well. So I'm just cleaning up that lip line on the bottom with more of the blue so that you have a nice smooth lip line. So now I'm gonna go in and contour my cheeks a little bit more with a darker blue. This is also a Paradise paint that I didn't end up using in a blue, so it's a dark blue. Just gonna go on top of the other one, add more definition to my cheeks. Okay, now I will apply false lashes. I'm using the Velour Effortless Lashes by Velour Beauty. You can buy these at Sephora. I think I got them at Sephora, and I'm just applying them to both eyes. And then I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna just apply some more eyeliner around the edges. And now it's time for the contacts. These are Avatar Yellow by TTDI, and I'm going to apply them into each eye. Now these are bigger than my actual pupils, so I have to kind of finagle them on top of my pupils so that I can see. Once that's done, I'm starting to look real nice and creepy. Time for the wig. First I'm gonna apply the skull on the base of my hairline. I actually ended up going in later and applying it with some Pros-Aid because it wasn't staying. But then I put the wig on top, and now I brush the wig out, and I'm ready to put on the rest of my cosplay. All right, there you have it. Thank you so much for watching my transformation into the comic book version of Mystique. This is Cosplay My Way, and if you like this show, if you like the way that I do cosplay as much as I love cosplaying, feel free to tune in for the next one, and if you have any suggestions to the next cosplay you'd like to see me do, drop it in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I'm ElecTrish.